Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at purchasing the Vapid Bullet and adding it to our car collection at the Maze Bank offices here. Okay, and there they are. Now, the Vapid Bullet is a rather cheap car, and it was in fact the first vehicle that I purchased on GTA 5, or GTA Online should I say. The reason why I'm purchasing a second is that I have a rather soft spot for this car. It was my favorite car in San Andreas, and it's based upon the Ford GT40, which is a rather splendid vehicle, I must say. And so I've decided that I'm going to purchase a second Bullet and add it to my white collection on the first floor of my offices. Okay, then here we go. As you can see, $155,000. And as I say, it is going to go into my white collection, so I may as well order it in a white, and there we go. Of course, as always, we will be sending it to our Hillcrest residence, and on this occasion we will be getting there in a Vista 811. And the Vista 811 is a rather remarkably good car, I have to say. Perhaps not as good as the Wagner, but certainly right up there. I would recommend that vehicle indeed. Okay, so here we go. Now look, how about that? This is obviously relatively early on in my gameplay, and I'm still making a little bit of side cash from selling stolen cars, it seems, and that's why they're occupying this garage here right now. And there's my original Bullet in the corner there. Okay, so attention to the white Bullet in front of us now. As you can see, it really is rather a splendid looking car, not dissimilar to the Miura, and there are reasons for that if you look into it. Okay, now let's take it out and take it onto the road. Okay then, the Vapid Bullet. Like I say, this really is one of my favorite cars. It doesn't necessarily drive that fast. It hasn't got that good handling, to be perfectly honest with you. But I do like the styling. As I say, it is based on the Ford GT40, which is a remarkable car in itself, and so I've decided to pay homage to the motor vehicle by adding this particular version to my white collection on the first floor of my first car garage. Okay, there you can see not having much trouble really handling this car because it is going so slowly, but there we go. I suppose the upside of that is one doesn't hit so many trees. Okay, now like I say, this is really rather early on in my gaming career, and so I have not yet established the practice of taking a standard lap. So I've taken this car straight back to the offices. Okay, now all that remains is to take it into the custom auto shop and have the modifications completed. And we'll be running this part of the video at double speed in order to expedite the process somewhat. Okay, there we go, looking down. Now, like I say, this car is going to go into my first floor white collection, and so it will have to remain majority white, I'm afraid. I do actually prefer it in a dark color. The dark blue looks quite fetching, I find, and so perhaps the dark blue on the white, maybe? Not entirely sure, perhaps a lighter tone, it might stand out there. All white? Don't know that I do like that, to be honest with you. Perhaps just a flick of colour, very light colour is what I'm thinking, maybe. Okay, something like a grey maybe, that's a little dark. Okay, we don't want any reds. There we go, what do we think of that? No, I'm not entirely convinced, you know. Perhaps we should try blue down there again after all. Yes, I think so. Now, like I say, this is the Vapid GT Bullet, or rather the Vapid Bullet, based upon the Ford GT40. Like I say, it does bear a striking resemblance to the Pegassi Monroe, and that'll be because if one looks at the Ford GT40 and the Lamborghini Miura, which I believe the Monroe is based upon, one will see a striking similarity there. In fact, my understanding that both cars were released in the same year, so it would appear that somebody had a spy in somebody's camp. Okay, now I also believe, of course, that Ford did have some business dealings with Lamborghini around that time, so maybe that's the explanation for it. But either way, they are two stunning cars, and I really am taken with both of them. The Pegassi Monroe and the Vapid Bullet are both very fine looking cars on this game. And I am eager to add both of them to my white collection, although I must admit I'm not entirely certain that the bullet here looks quite right in white, but never mind, we shall ignore that for the time being. Maybe we'll throw it into the ocean later, who knows. Okay then, right, just going down some of the more of the options here, and surely there can't be that many more to go on a car this cheap. Okay then, yes, I think we'll have bulletproof tires. I mean, it's very unlikely that I'm ever going to take this vehicle out, you understand, but just in case, I think we'll go for the bulletproof tires. Okay, I'm fiddling around with that again, aren't I? Look, I really have got to settle on something. Come on now. Okay, well, it appears I've gone for all white. Right then, let's take it out onto the street now and see how she handles. Okay, it is looking a little bit wet there, isn't it? Not raining though, I don't think, so we should be okay. Maybe it's just a little overcast, but never mind. Okay, seem to be taking a few of those poles with me, and that's a parked car. Okay, I'm staking it all over the road, and I've come to a stop. Right, don't normally do that. But then again, this is a rather cheap car, and I am a rather poor driver. Okay, that's another vehicle. Gotta find out from what's where I'm going. Okie dokie, right then, here we go. Like I say, the Vapid Bullet, should you buy it? Probably not really. I mean, it really is, not much. You can steal them off the street, you know. That's how common they are nowadays. But why not if you were, whoops, okay, gone straight over. That was unusual. Right here. Right, I'm not exactly on my standard lap like I say here, but I'm doing something similar to it, so we'll get an idea, I suppose, for the drivability of the vehicle. Righty-o, taking it straight back round, am I? Okay, well, there we go. So, like I say, the Vapid Bullet, should you buy it? Probably not. It really isn't much to write home about, unless you're a die-hard fan of the GT40, in which case, why not buy 4 or 5 of them? They really are quite cheap. Okay, looks quite gopping from the back there, doesn't it? But there it does look rather beautiful. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video.